Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cup0Joes, where you get your daily cup of Joe from a couple of Joes. Today, we're going to talk about everything we talk about usually. I do want to actually point one thing out, though. You might notice that I am wearing my wedding ring again. You might notice that Joey does not have one.
Well,
he's not single. Yeah, so
why you gotta throw me out like that?
That's not a throw. It's like it's good, right? You
Just kidding, babe.
he has a partner. Oh, cheers!
Cheers.
Remember running contest? What's in the cups?
What's in the cup?
You guessed it right. You get on the cast. But yes, I am back with my wife. We were separated. Yes, a round of applause.
Congratulations, man.
We were separated for about 5 months, almost 6. A really trying time, but I think it helped us a lot, man. Getting that space apart and then being able to come back together, I think our relationship is stronger than it ever was.
Yeah.
And our therapist actually said this. She was like, most people don't get to that point when they come to me. They have to figure that out, and they haven't had the space and time to be like, okay, I miss that person, or here's the things I like and didn't like about them. So she said it was actually good that we had that space and we're able to come back together. So very good thing.
It's awesome.
I think we even said in a lot of our casts before, if you can do it, then you should. If you're able to
Absolutely.
stay, and then exhausting all possibilities to be cool with yourself, to be like, okay, even if it didn't work out, I tried everything I could to do it, and we were both in that area, in that space, and we were able to come back together. So we have been living together again for a month.
Hell yeah.
This yesterday marks a month. That's fucking crazy.
That's awesome, man.
So congratulations, I am no longer single. If you were trying to get with me, you missed your fucking chance.
Not enough DMs slipped through.
We weren't famous enough yet, but so that's cool. That's good. However, we usually start the cast by talking sports.
Yep.
And something very relevant right now is the NCAA tournament. The Final Four just took place yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, I think South Carolina played yesterday. Yeah.
We watched. It's funny. I was out to dinner with another one of my friends, Jason. He's been on the cast as well. And we were watching the Warriors game as well as the Iowa game.
Yeah.
And Warriors come down to a really close nail biter. Clay has a chance to win the game, actually, and we lose it. Still, great game. But the other one's on right over there. We find ourselves way more watching the Iowa game.
That was crazy. I did that one.
Hell yeah. The Iowa game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So I've watched the play 800 times now.
Yeah.
Do I think it was an illegal screen? Yes. Do I think it should have been called? Absolutely not. When the game's on the line like that? Nah. You got to let some things go. And it wasn't a crazy egregious screen.
It's
In slow-mo, you can really tell she's still sliding over.
I guarantee that happened 45 times in that game.
Oh, easy. Easy. And it was probably almost maybe called 4 times of that 45.
Thank God they don't call NBA games like that.
No shit.
The Warriors would turn the ball over way more than they do.
That's true. So yeah, that's gonna be exciting. Caitlin Clark is amazing. Did you hear that? Who runs the Big Three? Who's that?
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. Yeah, he offered her $5 million to come and play.
Did you see the one up on that?
Dave Portnoy.
Dave Portnoy
Dave
offering
Portnoy
10.
said, "Come play with in our rec league for $10 million fucking dollars," and he's serious. I don't think he's joking.
No, I don't think he's joking at all.
But apparently, she could play in the Big Three and the WNBA because their seasons aren't at the same time.
And there's only 10 games in the Big Three.
Yeah, so why not? Get that $5 million. Somebody was saying, you know that they need you and want you now. Counter. You should be like, nah, I want 7.5 and 10% equity in the fucking league. Right? Get a nice 3-year deal, walk away with $25 million.
100%. I mean, the WNBA just doesn't have a base.
No.
At all. And it's been around for so long that I don't know. I'm sure she's going to help the league a lot.
There's no way she can't.
But if you take the Big Three, you could become the Big Three. You could turn the entire company around and make it something that people actually want to watch.
Yeah. And it brings all those fans then now to WNBA because they see her here. And they're like, oh, what can she do on a real court?
Right.
And I blame feminists for this, by the way, that the WNBA is failing. Go watch these fucking girls, man.
Yeah.
Buy fucking tickets. They'll make more money. The league will be like, come on. If we're complaining about this, like the women don't make as much as the men because they're not selling enough tickets. Women need to support other women.
Yeah. It's a
Not to say that dudes buy tickets either.
Yeah. It's a what is it? They don't make money.
Correct.
Like they are a failing business.
There was one lady in the WNBA. I forget her name. She's good though, and she's
Stewart?
I think, point guard.
Brianna
It might have
Stewart.
been. It might have been. She was like, "Well, we just want to make we never said we want to make what the men what they make. We just want the same rev share, the same split." And then somebody did the math and like, okay, well, if you got the same rev share deal, you each as players would owe the league about $33,000.
I do think that Caitlin Clark is big enough that she's actually going to put them into a positive. Like I think she's actually going to make. However, if I'm her, I do not sign a deal for the rookie contract of like $75,000. Like
No
it's I need ownership in the team. I need ownership in the league. Like,
And if anyone
she
can
is
get it,
big enough.
she can get it for sure. Yeah, dude.
Like the WNBA needs Caitlin Clark. Caitlin
Absolutely.
Clark does not need the WNBA, as she has proven. She has two.
playing a rep league for 10 guys. That would fucking suck because we never get to see her play in those games. I don't really. Oh, they probably film them.
Oh, I'm sure they're gonna start.
Yeah, and I honestly, watching the college game a little bit more, like I don't really dig men's college basketball that much. It's just too slow of a game for me. And
I agree. Yeah.
the way that she was playing, though, and the way that they play too, it's more like we play at the rec league as well. Ain't nobody getting up and dunking over people. We're playing
Right.
solid fundamental set of screens. I can get it back.
Right.
So I can kind of see it and respect it a little bit more because I'm like, oh shit, all of us play below the rim, and they do too. And there's some incredibly skilled players in the league now.
Oh yeah.
Like crazy people that could probably even potentially get on a like a D1 college roster if they really wanted to.
I'd like to see something like that.
Yeah.
That's why I want to see her join the Big Three, is to see her go against
Yeah. Dudes.
well, like former stars. I think they have
Yeah.
some former NBA players.
Straight former NBA players. And then they have some entertainers too. It would just be fun. She should do it for sure.
I think she should take all the money that she can get right now
Yeah.
and leverage that against the WNBA and be like, hey, I'm not coming. I'm making all this money. You need to make it worth my time.
Yep. And I think that she is one of those basketball people that loves the game enough to be like, I just want to put women on more too. So she probably goes and has fun. I think Angela Reese just made herself eligible for the WNBA.
Yep.
And then, so the girl that she's playing with, South Carolina, they're going to play in the championship game. What is it? Today? No. That was like 2 days ago. It's got to be a couple days from now, right? Anyhow, they played each other in the Final Four last year. And Caitlin lost to her
It's today.
today.
I think so.
I'm getting a lot of great game of that. And there's this,
Yeah, it's today.
there's this viral clip. Go look it up. Of Caitlin she's playing defense, and this girl's at the 3-point line, and she's about free throw line, maybe a little extended, and she has the ball. She's wide open, and Caitlin goes, doesn't even bother to got her. She fucking waves her off and looks at other people, and this girl's just wide open and takes like one dribble and like looks around, and she knows she can't shoot where shit, so immediately passes the ball. I just saw a thing though that because they're playing again. She's like, I needed that. I got that at the right time because when she waved me off and I knew I couldn't shoot and I passed it, she's like, so I just worked on my game. She's like, she's gonna get a different fucking player. So there's a little bit of a rivalry there too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun as fuck.
You know, I was just looking at the game. It's going to be a huge game.
What time is it?
That's what I was just going to bring up is they put them at the 12 p.m. spot. How do you not prime time that?
12 p.m. Is it East Coast?
I think it's going to our time, 12. So 3 o'clock Eastern.
Fuck. Are they playing on the East Coast though? Where do they play? Is Iowa Midwest or East Coast? Shit.
I think they're...
How stupid are the jokes?
Ohio. They're in Ohio.
Okay. Is that Central or is that Eastern?
I think it's Eastern.
This is not a geography podcast.
They have Iowa's dogs by 6.5 points.
Okay.
6.5.
Does she have a championship? She doesn't, huh?
She needs it. It's a must-have.
I heard what conferences Purdue and Iowa in. I heard that their conferences have never won the Final Four either.
Big Ten?
Yeah, I think it's Big Ten. Never won on either side, and they're both in the final game. Wait, is the final men's game tonight too? Today? Maybe that's why they're playing. It's Caitlin though, so that if anybody could be flexed into the better time, it should be her. And she was hitting shit that was insane. She did a double tween behind the back, step back, and hit it over this chick. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's tomorrow. The men's Purdue versus UConn.
On Monday?
On Monday at 6:20. Why would you not flex this game? Like,
That's the only game on today then?
yeah.
What the fuck are they doing?
That's a huge mistake because they're going to pull like 20 million viewers onto that.
Is baseball on it?
Yeah, but it's like
It's like the first 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we're pulling for you, Caitlin. We hope that you win. And if you do, come on the cast.
Hit us up.
Come fuck with a couple of Joes. All right, so transitioning from the college game over to the NBA, because we usually start with the NBA. But the Dubs, we have about 6 games left. Apparently, we have one of the easiest schedules, which is supposed to help us out. It should.
Yep.
We are playing well. Since Draymond came back, we went from number 13th defensively to number 7th defensively. Mm-hmm. And we went from number 14th offensively to number 1 offensively once he returned.
Yep.
Jonathan Kuminga's been injured, too, the last couple games. And we've still been in him. We won 3 of them, lost 1 of them. He should be back, though, next game. Which is nice, because does he need to be fresh? He's fucking, what, 16 years old?
He's still growing.
He can't legally drink yet. So I think that if anybody has a chance with Steph and Clay on the court and Draymond, with Clay accepting his bench role a lot better, now averaging about 17 points a game still, really turned himself around the last 4 or 5 games too. He's been averaging like 30, which is crazy. Steph's averaging 28. He's always going to be great. I think we could potentially do it. It's going to be a long, long road. Like play-in type shit. We might have to play 2 play-in games. And then
I think we're going to have to. I don't think there's any scenario that, I mean, without they need
losing.
3 teams losing like out, and we need to win everything.
we need 3 teams to lose to the shittiest teams so that the other ones don't get a win.
Yeah.
But it's really close in the West. I mean, we're all separated by like 10 games.
Right.
1 through 10, which is pretty nuts.
Yeah.
So I think we have a chance. I don't know if we can completely get there.
If the offense continues as number 1, and the defense, which I know will show up in the playoffs.
For sure.
You take that playoff experience.
It could happen. It could happen for sure. Mm-hmm. What would you say, like, percentage-wise? What do you think? If we not win the finals.
What?
Like, making it to the finals.
Ooh. Still low, because I mean, you're going into the last seed.
I'm going to go 20% to make it to the finals.
Right around 20%.
I'll give us like 38% though to make it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on the matchups as well. Some teams we don't match up against well, and others we do.
Right.
But we're going to be in the postseason. It's going to be, the playing games are always fun.
Yep.
I love when they instituted that. What do you think about it? Like, do you like it? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because you get 2 extra teams in that normally wouldn't get there. Has anybody ever won from the play-in? It's only been 3 years, and no, they haven't, huh? Oh, fucking
the Lakers?
LeBron in the bubble year?
Yeah, the Lakers did.
Fuck that is fuck that. Doesn't count.
He's the GOAT, so of course.
Why am I trying to bring up shit that I know it's going to fucking backfire? That was Anthony Davis's win. That was Schmooter's win. Yeah, so
Trace Jackson Davis is playing out of his mind.
out of his fucking mind, dude. That kid is way better than I ever could have imagined.
I think the playoffs help the Warriors a lot because once you condense the rosters and you go to a 7-man, 8-man rotation, the Warriors are so top heavy.
Yeah, that's true.
That it really condenses down. Yeah, we don't have the depth that anyone else or that most teams have.
Yeah,
but we're very top heavy.
Yeah, I like how GP2 has been playing too with Kuminga's minutes too. If there's a way that we can still have Kuminga on the floor and rotate him in a little bit more. I mean, I just love his defensive presence and his crazy ass mind.
Yep. We see someone to show up like in the last championship year where you had Jordan Poole. Loses fucking.
Yeah, somebody that you didn't think was going to do anything, but now scoring 35 fucking points a game.
Right.
It does help when you're wide the fuck open because you have Steph and Clay on either side.
Right.
As he is now experiencing in his new role.
Right.
As the main dude. Has he watched those lowlights?
He's going to get cut. He's going to get cut in the offseason.
Do you think they can trade him? How much money is he making? He's got
a ton.
Yeah, well, we gave him that fucking contract, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Never have I seen someone fall from grace so much.
Yeah.
There's a reason Draymond punches people. Just saying.
Only the bad ones.
Only bad.
Speaking of
punching people.
Speaking of basketball, did you see Bronny James? And he is entered the transfer portal.
Right.
Possibly
and
going into the draft.
Declared as well? Can you do that?
Apparently.
I didn't even know that was possible. I thought once you declared, you're done.
You can't.
Yeah.
Apparently you can. I think he's just trying to drum up interest to see if any team's going to take him. If you are...
Well, when you average 4.4 points a game.
If you're an NBA team...
Yeah, you take them.
Where do you take them? When do you take them?
Number one.
Do you take them?
Eventually know LeBron's coming.
Do you?
Take him right off the board, baby. And then trade for LeBron that day.
Well, you have to hope. You have to hope. I think I would take him for sure in the lottery just because either you get LeBron, you know that that's happening.
Yeah.
Or you can leverage massive trade capital back
for sure.
from the Lakers.
For sure. They'll give up whatever, or he'll give up whatever to go play for the Suns. So
100%.
And since he's the GM and the coach, it's going to make perfect sense to him.
And he's about to own an NBA team in Vegas, so.
Is he?
There's been a lot of talk of it.
They're going to do expansion, right?
Mm-hmm.
That makes way more sense to me than taking the Oakland A's and taking the fucking Raiders. Well, hey, let's talk about that a little bit. What do you think about that shit?
Fuck John Fisher and the owner.
Fuck John Fisher. For sure. John Fisher,
that guy.
Fuck you.
Fuck that guy.
So they're going to play in Sacramento for the next 2 years?
Yep.
At a fucking AA?
AAA
team? It's clubhouse? That's crazy.
So, I love Oakland Coliseum. That's where I grew up going to games.
We've been to playoff Warriors games.
I understand it's shitty. I understand that the stadium sucks. I get it, but I still love it.
Yeah.
So walking into the stadium, they had the guys out there selling shirts and all that shit. Yep. They had this shirt out there and it was the Oakland Coliseum. And I didn't realize it was a brand at the time. Now I know it's a brand. But it's a shirt with the Coliseum and it goes, baseball's last dive bar.
Oh, dude. That is
I was perfect. Like, that's fucking great.
That's perfect.
That's exactly what it is. But I didn't realize it was a brand. And now I know it's a brand. And I guess some players who wore their memorabilia were wearing it in the first couple games.
Oh, no shit.
They were demoted, sent down to the AAA. One of their best players.
It's all right. They're already playing benched.
So, it's just all bullshit. But again, I grew up going to those games, and I have a little league baseball team myself. Yeah. I've reached out to them saying, "Hey, I want to bring all the kids to a game.
Yeah,
what tickets? I'm bringing over 50 people.
Oh, we used to
this game.
Bleachers all the time at $5 tickets. I don't know if they're like that anymore.
There's no deal.
Yeah,
we went to the game last weekend.
Okay,
it's fucking empty.
Was this opening game?
Opening week. First series. Okay.
I do know that Jason went too, and they did that reverse boycott thing again.
Yeah.
Well, it was an actual boycott. They all showed up, but went into the parking lot and just chilled and didn't go into the game.
There was more people in the parking lot than there were in the game.
They said 20K in the parking lot.
Yep, and like 13,000
in the game.
So I get there and just everything's closed down. Like it's already a shithole, but everything's closed down. Everything looks like shit. Like there's just no effort on their part trying to make things better. And again, I have that Little League team that I'm trying to bring to Little League Day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, what deals can you pull? Because I'm bringing like 50 people for you. And they're like, nope, full price tickets. Like, there's no real deals for you. And it's just like, you guys don't have anyone fucking showing up. Like, I'm just trying to bring kids to the game to introduce them to the game of baseball, like professionally.
It's the rev share in baseball that has to go.
Has to go.
You have teams, and this is a huge market too. This should be an amazing team. We've had amazing teams. But how baseball works, if you guys don't know, is all the money from all the teams and from all the advertising goes into one big pool, and it's shared amongst those teams. Yep. So you can put a shitty product, never win anything, and the A's still made $95 million last year or something like that, which is a lot less than some of the other teams can make. But because of that, there's no incentive to make your team better or spend money on your team.
Right.
Except for if you are a good business person like Joe Lacob, where you spend money on your team and then you take it from 265 to 2 billion, then your team's worth more.
It's shown. You do have to spend money to make money in professional sports.
In anything. First of all.
But especially in professional sports. But the A's they were showing what their revenue was in like 2007.
Okay.
Taken to account all the inflation that's happened since 2007. They're spending less today.
Yep.
Than in 2007. And not even accounting for the inflation, like just dollar for dollar, they're spending less by like 20 million.
That's fucking crazy.
There needs to be a minimum.
Yeah.
The one thing I do hate about baseball too is there's no salary cap.
Yeah, guaranteed contracts. Fuck you too. Some teams are still paying people from 10 years ago.
Yeah, Bobby Bonilla has been being paid for like 20 years. There needs to be a minimum and a maximum salary cap.
Ooh, a maximum.
You must spend X amount in order to participate in revenue sharing.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And here's a max.
Yeah, so you can't Shohei Ohtani, everybody. Yeah. You see that April Fool's joke they did?
No, what?
I think it was the official Dodgers account too. Shohei Ohtani will be suspended for 5 years from the MLB.
Oh, yes.
He went like a bunch of lines to it and said, "This is an April Fool's joke." I was like, oh, shit.
Dude, he's going through some bad press right now. He's got that betting scandal going on. And then did you hear about his first home run ball?
I heard something about it. So usually when that happens and a fan catches it, they ask the fan to give it back, but then they give them something in return. What did that fan
So to start, they caught the ball and they immediately separated the wife and the husband away from each other.
What?
They separated them into different rooms and said, okay, this is what we're going to give you for that ball. So she can't like confirm with her husband if it's like a good deal or not.
Because the wife is the one that caught or had possession of the ball, whatever.
We're going to give you 2 signed hats and a baseball bat signed. I'm not like a greedy person.
Yeah.
I would be totally cool with that.
That seems, I mean, obviously that first home run ball though is worth a significant amount of fucking money.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Brady gave like a Bitcoin for one of his footballs.
See?
Once, so, yeah, she should have probably held out for more, but whatever.
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani goes into an interview and tells the media, yeah, it was great we gave her this stuff and I got to meet her. It was great.
Yeah.
And she goes, I never fucking met you.
Oh, shit.
So he's got to have the worst fucking translators in the history of
that's right.
translators.
Maybe he's saying the truth and is being lost in translation.
Who knows? But if he actually said that and he didn't actually meet her, this dude's had a brutal fucking month and fuck that guy.
Oh, man.
Fuck the Dodgers.
Yeah, fuck the Dodgers too. That's how much money is he making too? Like
he's making like I think he signed a contract for like $700 million, but he's not making shit for like the first 10 years.
Is it a lifetime contract with them?
No, but he deferred all of his money like 5 or 10 years out. So he's only making like 2 or 3 million right now.
Nice. So in 10 years, Dodgers are going to be shitty. They won't have any fucking money.
They did that with a few players. Like,
they're pay on the back end. That's crazy.
Boy, you just got to play in for like, inflation and, if they win some do like what the Warriors did. Like you win all those championships, like you're going to make even more money. So that money's not really anything at that point.
Yeah.
So
$700 million to hit a fucking baseball.
good throw. He throws too.
Yeah, he does. He runs a little bit too.
Jogs.
That's crazy. Like, why would you, with that amount of money coming in, why the fuck would you even put yourself in any situation where a gambling scheme could come up? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's why I don't think he was necessarily involved. Maybe he just covered that dude's debt. Like, it came out and he told him, and he's like, hey, man, I really fucked up bad, and can you just help me out and get out of this debt? These guys are going to break my fucking legs or kill me.
Yeah.
And he probably was like, yeah, man, just take this $4 million and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. That is a weird situation because, like, I guess the translator, his whole resume was a lie. Like,
he doesn't speak Japanese. No, I'm sure.
When he said he went to like UC Davis, he didn't go to UC Davis. Like he said he worked for like different teams. He never worked for another team in the MLB. Like,
well, I know they're trying to also distance themselves and make him look like what he needs to look like.
Right,
for him to get away with it too. So that's crazy. How would he even have access to his money to steal it?
yeah.
Your translator doesn't have access. Well,
It's not like your accountant took
yeah,
your money.
right. Like, or your tax dude that has all your, maybe he went into the bank and he was like, I need $4 million for me. And the translator was like, he needs $4 million for me.
Just go ahead and route it to this number on this piece of
It's
paper.
easier than we're thinking here. I'm giving this dude too much credit. Fuck.
Oh.
All right. So, there have been some things in the news lately.
Oh yeah, I know where this is going.
And I was watching an interview with BJ or DJ BJ. I don't know if you know who he is. He was on the team that lost playing Purdue. He's like a 7'4" guy. So he's or 7'2" or somewhere 7 foot. And that guy who was playing against Purdue was 7 inches taller than him. So he's on the podium and he goes, what's different between us? I mean, other than the 7 inches, no Diddy. If you don't know, no Diddy is now the new way to say no homo or and people are using this shit too. And unless you've been under a rock the past fucking 2 weeks, you know that Big Puff the Magic Dragon, Puff Daddy, is in a lot of fucking trouble right now.
Yeah.
Various things, including sex trafficking. Apparently him and his son allegedly shot someone in a studio bathroom. He has been basically just raping and doing a bunch of stuff to people that he shouldn't. I saw this interview with Justin Bieber where he was talking about Billie Eilish. This is well before all this stuff came out, probably about a year ago. And Justin's almost crying, breaking down, saying that he just wants to protect Billie Eilish. It's like, I just want to protect her. Put it up if you want to see it, but he looks really distraught. And now knowing what we know and how kind of Diddy broke him into the industry, there's also this crazy interview, or not even an interview, it's like entertainment or something. They went to Justin where he was filming a studio session and Puff came with them. Yeah, so that in that clip, Justin looks super fucking nervous. He looks very distraught. Puff is asking him, why don't you hit me up anymore? Why don't we hang out? Why don't we party?
Yeah, and he was like searching for words.
Yeah. And if you listen to Cat Williams at all, Puppy's going to ask you to party. And you got to tell him no.
There's another clip of it was a couple of years ago when like Justin Bieber looked like he was all strung out, and it looked like Diddy was feeling if he had a wire on, and then like whispered something in his ear.
Dude. Yeah, I saw that shit too. Yeah, he's like, this was recent too. It wasn't like this was a long time ago. It seems like it happened after.
Yeah, it was only like a year or two ago, something like that.
Yeah, and he's like literally touching his chest and shit.
Yeah.
I heard a conspiracy too that, so if you didn't know too, all of his properties got raided.
Yep.
And there was a conspiracy, or maybe not a conspiracy, probably just a theory at this point, that Puff has partied with a lot of people.
Yep.
To give you an example, I had my AI assistant pull up some names. I got 50 here, but I'm just going to give you some. This was one prompt. First of all, Beyonce and Jay-Z. Jay-Z might be getting in trouble as well for this. Leonardo DiCaprio, Dr. Dre, Travis Scott, Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, Pharrell Williams, Kelly Rowland, Cardi B, Offset, Lizzo, Janelle Monáe, Nelly, Snoop Dogg, Queen Latifah, Post Malone, Regina King, Usher.
Usher was a big one.
Usher
Yeah.
went to live with Puff for a year when he was 14 fucking years old.
Yep.
Stayed in his house for a year. Lil' Kim, Mary J. Blige, Naomi Campbell, Kris Jenner, Khloe Kardashian, Kylie Jenner, Fergie, Paris Hilton, Kate Beckinsale, Kobe Bryant, Vanessa Bryant, Kevin Hart, Big Sean, Nia Long, Mariah Carey, Nick Cannon, Al fucking Sharpton, Martha
I could see with Al.
Martha Stewart, right? So I heard this theory that somebody, like a big politician, knew that he had some evidence and shit on him, and they're like, nah, go in there and destroy all that shit. We know he's going down, but we ain't going down because of it.
I've heard other theories that he may be an FBI informant.
Yes, I heard that.
This could be like a setup that he has all that footage on these people in order to
maneuver and make sure the FBI gets what they want.
Yep.
I've heard that he was a confidential informant as well. People have been saying that for years. Specifically 50 Cent. Oh yeah. Apparently he was maybe involved in Tupac and Biggie's murders.
Like directly involved.
There are so many people that have died around this dude. So many.
And I was also I saw that like his dad, Puppy's dad, who he used to hang out with, like one of his best friend, is the guy
like a mob boss, basically.
That American Gangster was based off of. Yeah.
The dude that Denzel played, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's who his dad used to hang out with.
Yeah.
And maybe it was a comedian that was saying it. He's like, if you're watching this, if you're watching that Denzel movie, just know that Puff Daddy's one of them little kids.
Yes, I saw that shit too. That's how I know these facts.
Yeah. Whoever's that comedian too, he's hella funny.
Yeah.
He talks very distinct, if I can say it. That dude's hella funny. So yeah, he's in a bunch of trouble. Here's what I don't understand. Why the fuck is he not in handcuffs? That's what throws me off, and that's what makes me think about that confidential informant shit.
Right.
Like, if you raided all his homes and you did all this stuff, you put his son in handcuffs on the court, why is he not going down?
To do that much, you gotta have something.
Yeah.
And what I'm thinking is they didn't find that something that they thought they for sure had.
Ooh, the thing they went in for.
Now, something that gets blown up that big, you better fucking find something to charge him with, because that's a huge fucking embarrassment.
Yeah. Yeah, like what the fuck? Or maybe he just has himself insulated enough that just his boys and his sons and shit are going to go down.
He'd be that fucking way.
He would. He would. Just dancing on one.
So what do you think about, if you like really think about it, you got Puffy with all of these guys saying all of these things about him. A lot of underage shit.
Yep.
Then, so like, that's the whole celebrity world. Then you take it over to Epstein.
Yep.
He's got all the connections to all the politicians. It feels like everyone with money is in some way connected to underage child shit. How the fuck is it that widespread?
How about the church?
The fucking church, yeah. Religion, politicians, and celebrities.
Any silo of power. Which is crazy to think about.
Yep.
Because I was watching just anything now that I watch. I'm like, these people got fucked to be in this. Yeah, you got fingered in his butt just so it could be on this show that I'm watching and loving. It's kind of fucking ruined entertainment for me.
That's why we only have 1,600 followers. We're old out.
They know that there's people doing stuff to us.
That's what's holding us back from the million.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually when our true story comes out. Yeah, it just seems like we talked about this on the last pod, but the quiet on the set thing.
Quiet on set shit, yeah.
All children, like no child star really really has a good shake of it.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Amanda Bynes, who was not in that, she was tertiarily in that documentary, just like talking about her, but she wasn't a part of it.
Right.
She is now tweeting and putting stuff on her Instagram like, you wonder why I'm this fucked up?
Right.
But I think there's still people that get past it too, because there's some people that get on interviews and like, I know this stuff happens. It just has never happened to me.
Yeah.
There was an interesting guy, I think he was like a Christian rapper or singer or something. And I didn't really understand his analogy at first, but he was saying like, these people will test you. They'll basically say, well, and he was using these terms, which is why I didn't understand it at first. He's like, well, they'll ask you, do you stand? Do you stand? And then, oh, okay. If you stand, well, do you sit? Can you sit? So when they asked me, do I stand? I was like, no, I don't. And they're like, cool, we don't fuck with him. But if you give them a little bit of an opening, like, well, okay, do you like men? Or, oh, okay, you do. We do. Okay, so do you like this guy? We want to come in this room with us.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like a slippery slope of...
Yeah, I think that Quiet on Set was interesting. I finally finished that.
Oh, you did?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I think you can go about it a couple different ways. Like, I think it was interesting who was on it and who was not on it.
Ooh.
And then you even had like what's his name? So Drake Bell.
Yeah. And why wasn't Josh Peck on that shit?
Yeah, I think there's something weird between those two.
Yeah.
Like, I know that there has been weird things between those two, but I think that it's very odd that.
Yeah.
And he even like tweeted out something really weird.
He did?
After, yeah.
Something in maybe like in support of the dude or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's interesting that who's the main guy? What was his name? Dan Schneider.
Yeah, Dan Shannon. Yes.
He was the guy making everyone uncomfortable. There weren't any stories of him actually doing anything. And he was also the first one to call Drake Bell to be like, fuck, I'm so sorry.
True.
I'm not saying he's a good guy. That is not what I'm saying here. I think that his name gets lumped with the actual guy that was raping different people.
Right, the pickle guy.
It was fucking weird.
What are you doing?
Yeah, that was fucking weird. But the 90s were something I didn't like that it tried to like say is like, like the slime stuff with Nickelodeon was
like cum.
Yeah, I think that was a stretch. Like that was the 90s, and that was like Nickelodeon's thing was like the slime thing.
Yeah.
Like that was their thing.
Now, if it was about that is some serious level mind trickery for the youth of America.
Right.
So this is why I wash bukkake now?
This whole thing is like, you can look at like a lot of this shit now. There were definitely some bad things, like the Ariana Grande shit.
Oh, crazy.
That's not okay.
She was laying on a bed upside down, pouring water on her breast and in her mouth.
But some of the stuff like that happened, like all that was like the 90s. Like Pornhub wasn't a fucking thing back in the early 90s.
And if it was, we would have known, so it wasn't.
Yeah. I looked, dude. Listen.
Yeah, you were on dial-up. You had to wait for the picture to fucking...
Someone would fucking call.
Yeah, right before you got to the nipples, somebody would fucking call. You try printing that on a dot matrix printer. You ain't getting shit.
Yeah, we had to revert to the... when like the channels were like, you didn't have the channel and the soft one was on like every... you 4 or 5 minutes.
It's a little blurry. But that was a cinch right there for sure. That right there. Oh, shit. Fun stuff. Yeah, it's fucked up. It has made me look at the entertainment industry completely differently.
But it's everyone in the silo of power, exactly like you said.
Yep.
It's
always the system is going to protect the system.
Mm-hmm.
If we look at large universities or big corporations, every time something bad happens, it's like, okay, how do we manage this so that we look fine? Instead of calling the police or fucking doing the right thing, basically.
Right.
They want to control the situation.
Right. I don't know if there's a lot of good people in most of these things. Definitely not politicians. No. But I mean, it's worse than what everyone even thinks that it is.
Yeah.
Like everyone thinks it's bad. It's worse. And I've said that on like 3 podcasts now. It's way fucking worse than anyone knows.
Yep. What these people will do, what they'll put up with, the friends that they fucking have, even if they're not doing it.
Right.
The friends and the groups and the company they keep is just
and the
amazing.
Cover-ups and...
Yep. Don't fuck kids, guys. Don't do it.
We're gonna put that on our mugs.
It's a new intro.
Cup0Joes. Don't fuck kids.
We should do that, like a line of t-shirts which is the most ridiculous common sense sayings. Don't fuck kids. Don't kill people. Don't be a tit.
That's gonna be our line. It's the Cup0Joes line.
Don't fuck kids. Unless maybe you're a kid yourself. Like if you're 17, you got another 17-year-old. God.
But keep it within like a year or two if you're underage.
Yeah, don't let me do that stupid shit. 1 grade level. That's it.
Yeah.
And choose up. Don't choose down.
Well, you know what? Still fucking kids.
just don't do it, okay? We're trying to...
I'd say a little bit
gray area?
No. There's no gray area.
Fuck. All right. I have now... Oh, here's something interesting that I just thought was interesting. So, have you been on Instagram lately and seen their new thing with the channels? So, Instagram basically now allows you, and I don't know if you have to have a specific amount of followers to do this, but you can create a broadcast channel in a sense. Mm. It's like a direct message.
Okay. And
instead of posting on your feed, like for instance, I have Saturday Night Live. I'm on their channel. So every Friday and Saturday, they're putting out like little behind the scenes stuff. And you get a DM update once you get it. So they're saying that things are moving more to this model now of not even putting stuff even on your feed or stuff, but actually creating a channel or just DMing people. Shit is becoming way more private in that sense.
Very cool.
We're going to try to do some of that stuff too. You'll see the Cup0Joes channel very soon on places that have channels. We're also going to probably do like a TikTok shop or something. Like if you want to know where we get this mic or these mugs or buy shit from us directly, Joey has some of his underwear on sale that he sharded in. I have some just with like a little bit of crystallized sperm. Yeah, right after a session. It's not like a whole schmoove package, but
just teaser.
Just teasers. I think Joey's also going to fart in some Tupperwares. We can send those. So look out for all those things. I think men and women live in a different fucking world for sure.
I sell my underwear. It's like, right? But women have like this moral high ground of I'm not doing it.
I would sell feet pics, gooch pics, whatever it took. If somebody would buy a picture of me in any way, I would fucking sell it. There was this girl that was selling her fucking bath water. Right? Like, you women have it so fucking easy and you don't even know. Just get rid of your ethics and standards and you could do whatever the fuck you wanted to. There's not many men out there that can be like, you know what, I'm just going to find a rich woman. Fucking take care of me. And when things go bump in the night, I'm going to be under the fucking covers up to my nose asking her to go fucking check it. We can't do that. Or no man ever has said, hey, I'm just going to go down to Florida for a couple fucking weeks with no money and no means of anything and just have a good time.
And somehow walk away with money.
Yeah. And walk away with money, free drinks, fucking eating at the finest restaurants. Now, we're talking about slightly attractive women. I'm not talking about you fugs out there. You fugs ain't getting any of this. And if you're wondering with us, if you're wondering why not me, you got your fucking answer. Yeah. I mean, I guess there's some dudes out there that can do it. Like I was going to say Fabio types. I don't know if that's still a thing. But just dudes that are like solid 10s. You know, they got that big dick energy too.
Yeah.
They could probably get away with some of it.
Some of it. Not all of it.
No.
Not all of it.
Definitely not all of it. Even a 6 or higher can get free drinks on that. Mm-hmm. No problem.
And take home like $4,000 a month selling feet pics.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's 6. That's 6s. I know
wanna
you.
jam
I know you can get.
You want to jam something in your giant, you get a million. Yeah. It's not equal out here. You know how they say
I feel like we're about to start a managing firm.
Join our OF management company. What was I going to say? Ah, fuck, I lost it. It's going to be good too.
I'll take your word for it.
That's what it was. You know why women and children first in a tragedy? So that all the men can sit around and solve the problem without somebody fucking bitching and talking. We can roll some jokes now. We do have a, not really an I'm the asshole, but more of a story.
Okay.
It's kind of like the same vein as I'm the asshole, or am I the asshole? Okay. This is a cheating question.
All right.
It's going to be fun. Okay. I, 32 male, have been married to my wife, 31 female, for 6 years. We've been together for 10. We also have a 4-year-old girl. I love my wife so much. She's amazing. We know something's going to sound bad after this.
When you preface it with it, she's
No
amazing.
offense, but
But
okay. I also have a best friend. 30, female,
younger.
who I've known since we were in middle school. There's never been anything romantic between us, but we vibe really well. She has been a licensed massage therapist for the past decade or so, and I've been seeing her monthly for the past decade. Getting a massage from her is literally heaven. My wife does know I go to the massage therapy monthly, and she even encourages me to do it. But she still doesn't know it's the same massage therapist. And she also doesn't know it's my best friend. I asked one of my male friends what he thinks about this, and he says, while it's technically not cheating, it is stretching the limits of it. What do you think?
It's definitely stretching the limits of it.
If you had to, there's a reason you're not telling her.
Exactly. Yeah. And maybe that is cheating.
I think
that's cheating.
in an emotional way, or maybe not a physical way, but she's also massaging your body once a month for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
So she's giving you, was it once a month or a week? Wait.
How much money is this guy dropping?
Right, it has to be month, right? Monthly. Okay, monthly. So 12 times 10, 120 times she's touched his inner thigh. And they're friends. Wife doesn't even know about her.
All right, let's go about it. Let's go about it this way. Let's break this down. If he's saying best friend since middle school.
Sure.
I'm assuming, and this has to be assumed, that the wife knows who she is. If it's best friend.
I would think, but it doesn't explicitly state it.
If not, I don't think it is. I don't think it's a big deal. Because you can go to a random massage therapist. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
But if the wife knows who it is, I think the wife should know, hey, I'm touching your husband.
Yeah.
Monthly.
Monthly. He says it's literal heaven.
Yeah. I think the way he described it was a little bit weird.
He did?
Okay, so I think that you can cheat on your wife without cheating.
Absolutely.
And that's what we were just talking about. Like, I don't think you have to cheat, like
No.
the actual physical part of it or even emotional part. But the second that you have to lie
Or cover or omit, whatever.
because you know what the outcome is, that is cheating on your wife.
Yep.
Without, not with somebody necessarily, but
I think sometimes even people can think that emotional cheating was worse than physical cheating.
I think women think.
Yeah, you're like, oh, you just fucked this random chick that you met in a bar one night? Okay, maybe I can get over that. You were chilling with this girl for 10 years? And you told her all the shit about me? Like, that to me is like, it might even be a worse betrayal. Let's take this even further. Do you think that men and women can be platonically friends? Because I don't necessarily think that.
Go on, expand. Let me gather my thoughts.
So the reason why I don't think that is because, and okay, maybe I do in very rare scenarios. Like maybe even this guy's scenario where you've known each other since you were in middle school, grade school, and you like grew up together. That maybe can happen. But I would say that 95% of dudes that are friends with a female, like, and constantly hang out with them and are doing stuff and go out and like, if that woman were to call them and say, "Hey, come over right now, I want to fuck," 95% of them are gonna say, "Oh, I've been waiting for this," or "I've been," you know. I just think that that's true.
Yeah, I think you can like have a friend that's a girl.
Yeah,
But you can't be like,
she can't be your best friend. Yeah.
It's like,
We're not hanging out. We're going to the fucking bar alone together.
right. Yeah, I don't think you can do that. And because I think you can get into a position of, again, what's cheating, what's not cheating.
Yep.
Would you be okay, man and woman,
Yep.
being best friends if your wife or spouse or whoever read every single text message?
That's
Do
what
you
you gotta
think
be. Yep.
that can happen? I don't think that can happen. I don't think you can have someone that's your best friend
That you're
and you're
constantly
okay
with.
with your wife reading every single one of those text messages, or
Yeah, because you're
being-
probably saying some shit about her in those.
Right.
If he's your truly best friend,
Right.
like I talk to my dude best friends all the time about what's going on in my life.
Yeah, I don't think you can. I think it's always bad to talk with the opposite sex about your relationship.
Yep. And I think women know this.
Yeah.
Because there's always that, well, I'm just keeping these dudes around just in case that something. I know that this guy loves me. I don't think he's attractive or like him, but I like the stuff that I'm receiving from, like, what the fuck are you doing?
John, option Z.
Right? So fucking crazy. And I think especially when you're younger too, like in your 20s and stuff, like there's no fucking way.
No.
And I think you can be friends with a couple.
Totally.
Like I have really good friends that are like women that but I would never like hit them up and be like, "Yo, let's go hang out." Never.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Actually, had that happen yesterday. So
Okay.
we're
Hold on.
I'm proving the point.
Okay.
I'm proving the point. So we were trying to figure out dinner plans with a couple other couples.
Yeah.
And it's the guys I coach baseball with.
Yeah.
And we don't like making decisions.
Who does?
So we're trying to get the wives together to figure this out. And 3 out of 4 of the wives like know each other really well.
Okay.
And the 4th is one of our new coaches. So we're trying to like,
Integrate them into the group.
but like, I'm not going to be the guy
Absolutely not.
to be like, "Hey man, what's your wife's number?" So that my wife can text her. It's not ever going to be me. And I was like, you got to figure out a different way.
figure it out.
I'm not going to do that.
That's interesting. We were out one time, me and Christina, it was like a St. Patrick's Day thing.
Yeah.
We were out with a group of people, some I knew, and she was meeting some for the first time. And this one guy I really didn't know. And he ends up asking for her number. And she, just like thinking, oh, it's a friendly. And I was like, first of all, you should never think that. Why the fuck would you be giving a dude your number?
Yeah.
Gives him her number. He texts that night, "Hey, we're all hanging out at the house." Her, not me. He has my number too. Text her, "Hey, we're all hanging out. You should come over." Not you guys should come over. You should come over. She immediately shows me the text like, "What the fuck is this?" I'm like, "Just don't worry about it." I see this guy probably 6-8 months later. And he's all, we're actually in Reno. We're on a trip, and he comes along with the other friends. He's like, "Hey, I think I got to clear something up with you, man. I thought I was texting you." I was like, "No, you didn't. You never asked for my number. You got my wife's number, and then you texted her at like 1 o'clock in the morning."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, yeah, I was just really drunk." I'm like, "We don't have to talk about it. We're not friends.
Yeah.
It's cool. My wife showed me immediately." Funny, his wife was there with him when she met her.
Yeah.
She's a mail order bride, though, so I don't know how,
That's not how it works. You just text.
I don't know. So, interesting things. The human dynamics are weird.
There's so many unwritten rules, but like you have to know the rules, but they're not really.
I know,
set.
we're not going to say them, though. I'm just going to wait till you fucking violate it and then never talk to you again.
Yeah, why isn't there a hit? That's what's going to be on our TikTok
Hey.
shop.
The dude's handbook.
Cup0Joes rules to relationships.
Wow. Rules to life.
Rules to life, yeah.
Rules to life.
The unwritten rules of life.
We're going to solidify all of our podcasts into work. And then don't take the advice because you're going to die or be in jail or something.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Divorced,
We're also going to be doing some lives soon, guys. So keep your eyes out for that.
Yep.
We're going to be doing some stitches and some videos as well. So if you guys think of anything that might be fun for us to jump in on or weigh in on, let us know. Please comment on shit because that's what makes the world go round.
Or hit us up if you want to join.
Yeah, for sure. We have a way to pipe you right in via Zoom, ask a couple questions, or be on for the whole segment or the whole cast if you want. Mm-hmm. We love guests. We're actually going to have more guests on. We're going to bring some of the wives on. We're going to maybe bring a kid. Ooh.
No, we just did this.
One of our kids. I'm going to bring 16-year-old Lisa Left Eye Lopez. He was around Diddy when she died too.
Yeah.
Crazy amount of people have died around this dude.
Yeah. I wonder if him and what's that other dude?
Suge Knight?
No. The other guy got caught up doing the same shit.
Epstein?
No, but him too.
Oh, R. Kelly?
R. Kelly. I wonder if they ever partied together.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure they did.
And by partied, we mean partied.
They were fucking.
Did you hear the audio?
Yeah.
Why have we all heard it? First of all, we're all fucked up because we've all heard it.
Yeah.
And it's bothersome.
Yeah.
There is no doubt to what is happening. And I thought maybe they just like recorded a gay porn or something. But it really sounds like Puff and Meek Mill's voice too. In this age of AI, we can all do stuff that kind of sounds like things, but
Yeah.
I don't know. That was his security guard that released that.
Yeah, there's some other video of them on a boat with Usher that
Yeah.
in context doesn't make sense, or out of context it doesn't make sense.
But now it all...
In context, it certainly looks like I know what's going on.
Let us hop into a segment we like to love.
Oh my god, these are the worst dad jokes I've ever read in my life.
I want to hear 'em.
Oh man,
I need it.
I'm going after it.
Okay.
This is really terrible though. How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?
8?
10 tickles.
It was right there. It was so easy.
That's terrible. Meek Mill would have liked it.
All right. As an airplane is about to crash, a female passenger jumps up frantically and announces, "If I'm going to die, I want to die feeling like a woman." She removes all her clothing and asks, "Is there someone on this plane who is man enough to make me feel like a woman?" A man stands up, moves his shirt, and says, "Here, iron this."
No.
Oh my God. How do you turn a fruit into a vegetable? AIDS. Oh my God.
Shit.
Oh my God. Why did Helen Keller masturbate with one hand? So she could moan with the other.
There's some people that have commented on our stuff that'll really like that joke.
That was just fish food for them.
A wife got so mad at her husband, she packed up his bags and told him, "Get out." As he walked out the door, she yelled, "I hope you die a long, slow, painful death." He turned around and was like, "So you want me to stay?"
Okay, before I say this one, I am Mexican. My last name is Valenzuela. Don't come after me on this. What do you call a Mexican small person? A speck. Also, I modified a little bit because it uses the M word, which I did not use.
Oh. During my last checkup, I asked the doctor, "Do you think I'll live a long and healthy life?" And he replied, "I doubt it. Somehow, Mercury is in Uranus right now." And I said, "I don't go for any of that astrology nonsense." And he replied, "Neither do I. My thermometer just broke."
Mercury is in Uranus.
Oh.
What? That's great. Oh my God. Statistically, 9 out of 10 people enjoy gang rape. You see how statistics can be manipulated to
Whatever you want.
prove whatever you need?
My girlfriend and I, oh my God, I'm terrible today. My girlfriend and I are trying this whole long distance relationship thing. I have to stay 100 feet away from her at all times. Also, the police said I should stop referring to her as my girlfriend.
Also, we've never met. So. Okay. I can't even. This is a psychopath. What's harder than nailing dead babies to the wall? My dick while I'm doing it. What the fuck? Why would someone write that with their fucking
Don't fuck
their pictures
babies.
on their profile? Right
Don't
here.
fuck babies.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I can't even say any of those. That shit is the couple I said.
That's the one that you're drawing the line on?
All right, here's something that's fun. What do blondes and turtles have in common? Once they're on their backs, they're fucked. What do you call an anorexic with a yeast infection? A quarter pounder with cheese. Oh, it's a knock-knock joke. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Little boy blue.
Little boy. Little boy blue.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, shit.
What do you say to a feminist with no arms and legs? Nice tits, bitch. I'm rating these. I did not make these up, but did I come up with them?
All right, this is gonna test the intelligence of our listeners. After 5 long years of studying, a student comes rushing into Einstein's office shouting, Sir, I finally understand your theory of relativity." Einstein rolls his eyes. "It's about time."
That's good. Why do hunters make better lovers? They go deep into the bush, they shoot at least twice, and they eat what they shoot. What's worse than finding a worm in your apple? Rape.
Fact.
Facts. This is just facts. What's worse than playing Marco Polo with Helen Keller? Playing hacky sack with Christopher Reeves. Is he dead? I think he died, yeah. What's the difference between Michael Jackson and acne? Acne waits until you're 13 to come all over your face.
Shit. Don't have sex with kids.
No, kid sex. Please don't do it.
All right, this is a long one. Husband and wife are having issues in the bedroom. The wife can't orgasm because it's too damn hot. They see a sex therapist. He recommends that they have a constant supply of cool air in the bedroom. So the man asks his best friend to waft a towel while he has sex with his wife. Begrudgingly, the friend submits and says yes. After 20 minutes of lovemaking, the woman is no closer to orgasm, so the friend wafting the towel recommends that they switch places. So the friend is now having sex with the woman while the husband wafts the towel. After 2 minutes, the woman starts to tremble, lets out a cry as she reaches the most intense orgasm of her life. The husband looks at his friend and proudly proclaims, "Now that, my friend, is how you waft a fucking towel."
This sounds like a lot of men I know. All right, I think that'll do it for the jokes. All right, we want to thank you guys, just like always, for tuning in and watching Cup0Joes. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify. It's a video podcast on Spotify, or you can just listen as well. You can find us on TikTok and Instagram. We're not on Pinterest. We're not on Feet Finder or OnlyFans yet, but we will be.
Yet.
Joey has some beautiful toes for all you guys out there.
They're perfect steps.
Mine are gnarly, man. I lost the big toe. Not the big toe, but the big toenail in a scooter accident.
Oh, shit.
You know how long it takes for a fucking toenail to grow back?
I think
Almost a full year.
we might have a niche spot. There is someone out there looking for just that.
It might be. You never know. Even if your toes are gnarled as fuck, or if you're like a crazy, ugly fat girl, there's still people that want to see you naked. Don't worry.
There's whole categories. For that.
Yes, there are. So thanks again for watching. Please like, share, comment below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and click that bell so you know when our videos are out. Thanks for joining Cup0Joes. Until next time, fuckos.
Cheers. That was good.
Yeah, I like that one.